Hello everyone. So as some of you may know, today is Games Fest, and there was actually a pretty exciting game that is releasing soon. It is a game that I have loved ever since the days of COVID, and it's what kind of got me through COVID. It is called Jurassic World Evolution 3, and today I'll be reacting to it. Here we go.
We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos. Well, to help life find a way.
Oh my goodness. You talk about upgrades for Jurassic World Evolution 2. This is an upgrade. They have babies. They have waterfalls. They have anything that you can imagine. You can create it how you want. I mean, what do you expect? These guys are awesome. Now, I hope that this is okay. I'm going to be reacting to what Evolution Square, the YouTuber, has posted about this trailer. All credit goes to her. This is not my own video. Well, me reacting to it is my own video, but this is all going to her and to the team at Frontier. But I feel like she would give better information about what is going on with this game than I could, because I don't really know much about this stuff.
Genetic power. We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos. Well, to help life.
What? 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 What?
You crazy son of a you did.
We spared no expense.
I have extra screenshots and extra information not included in the trailer to share with you, like mind-blowing new attractions and features. We'll also analyze the trailer shot by shot to discover all the hidden details that reveal more features to get excited about. You know, beside the obvious. Plus, thanks to an exclusive Frontier event, I have seen more of the game than what was shared today, but it's still a secret for now. However, I will be able to share more with you very soon, so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the exciting news. The trailer wastes little time revealing the most highly anticipated new feature, which is baby animals. And we get these babies in our parks not through incubating them ourselves in a hatchery, but through natural breeding in the park, which will happen with the use of dinosaur nests. These placeable structures allow our animals to lay eggs with the next generation of park attractions. From the UI, you can see that our dinosaurs will have wishes with regards to the position of the nest, and I think the animals lighting up indicate for which species the nest is suitable. Throughout the trailer, we see many babies already. Babies for Mosasaurus, Geosternbergia, Triceratops, Pteranodon, Brachiosaurus, Stegosaurus, Baryonyx, Velociraptor, Carnotaurus, Allosaurus, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. Comment down below which baby is your favorite baby so far. The babies will come with new animations, as we see in this clip of 2 Stegosaurus babies roughhousing, 2 baby Rexes play fighting, and this amazingly adorable interaction between a baby Allosaurus and its parents. I can't wait for all the new animations for the babies. It's going to be so cute, and it's going to make our dinosaurs feel so much more alive. Babies aren't all cute though. They will also participate in breakouts, as we see them leading the charge here and ramming the fence. The ramming of the fence animation has never been my favorite, but it is back. As is the fence itself. We can see familiar fences all over the parks in the trailer, but fences won't be the only way to contain dinosaurs. From the extra information, I can tell you that not every species will have babies. Jurassic World Evolution 3 will launch with over 80 prehistoric species, of which over 70 species are able to breed. Jurassic World Evolution 2 launched with over 75 species, but ended with 122. So we are going from 122 to over 80, meaning we'll lose about 40 species. Considering what we're getting in return, I don't think the shrinking of the roster is a problem, but it does beg the question which species are getting cut and whether they will come back into the game in free updates down the line, or if they will be resold to us in DLC. The Deluxe Edition dinosaurs might be a clue of what to expect. I'll go over all the Deluxe Edition content in more detail later in the video, but the species in the Deluxe Edition are Guanlong, Protoceratops, Thanatos Dracon, and Concavenator. So that's 50% new species, 50% returning species. And 2 very, very popular species at that. I hope future DLC will not follow this pattern. As said, of the over 80 species, over 70 species will be able to breed. My guess is the smallest species, like Compsognathus for example, will be excluded from the breeding mechanic because their offspring would simply be too tiny. The Mosasaurus babies certainly aren't too tiny, but they are too adorable with their big eyes swimming along with Mom. And I do think this is Mom, because she looks exactly like the Mosasaurus in Jurassic World Evolution 2, whereas we see later in the trailer that the males of each species have a slightly new look to them. If we can peel our eyes away from the adorable babies, we also see rock structures and fencing inside the lagoon. Being able to sink these pieces into the lagoons will make them look a lot more interesting than how we struggled to fill the Jurassic World Evolution 2 lagoons. If we skip ahead a few shots, we can see rock walls clipped into the edges of the lagoons to make them sit more naturally in the landscape, even featuring entire rock islands. The base structure of the lagoons, however, still look the same as Jurassic World Evolution 2, with the circular lagoons snapping together into larger shapes and attractions and hatcheries snapping onto the sides. And the same goes for the aviaries. While the structures might look the same on the outside, the interior is very different. For starters, our flying reptiles are different in their behavior. They can walk. They can walk. We see a Geosternbergia walk up to its baby, and later we see Pteranodon walking through their aviary as well. This is a behavior we've been begging for since the early days of Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I am thrilled that they are introducing it in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Some other things to take note of in this aviary is the cute baby Geosternbergia with its still developing crest, the different rocks, and the themed buildings clipped into the aviary. We'll talk much more about the amazing building sets and how building works a little later in the video. A later trailer shot of the Pteranodon aviary shows how we can decorate our aviaries, with decorative Japanese buildings, a bridge, a sloped waterfall, new foliage, and rocks built up into towers and clipped into the walls of the aviary. The adult Pteranodon is the Jurassic World Pteranodon, whereas the baby is clearly a juvenile version of the Jurassic Park Pteranodon, which makes me suspect that if a species has different variants, like the Pteranodon, like the Giga, infants will be the same without the variation differences. The babies within a species also all appear to have the same skin pattern. The Triceratops babies appear several times in the trailer, and in each instance they have the same pattern, but they do have different colorations, similar to how the skin system in the current game works. The adult animals appear to have two patterns, one pattern for female and one pattern for male, with the latter being a bolder pattern. We can see in this screenshot from the hatchery that the female looks the same as the current Triceratops. Same model, same skin. Whereas the male has been given a new pattern, a bigger crest, and a different shape to the horns. We see the male Triceratops out in the park as well, and I think this is a male Carnotaurus, given that the skin pattern is slightly different from how we've seen it in the current game. In this shot of the Rex family, I think we can see just how subtle the pattern differences can be for some species. It was more noticeable with the Triceratops and even the Carnotaurus, but the pattern differences between these two is barely noticeable. I do hope the skin system will surprise us with at least one additional pattern for both male and female, so the dinosaurs look a little refreshed compared to how we've already seen them for hundreds and hundreds of hours in the current game. But I understand that I'm asking for a lot here, given that Frontier was focused on adding babies and sexual dimorphism. We can see that the skins still have the same names, so the skin system will likely work the same as it does currently. Inside the hatchery, we can also determine whether we want to incubate a male or female animal per egg, and the UI keeps track of how many animals of each sex we have in the park already. The UI also reveals the return of the scientists. A huge quality of life update between this game and the current is that we finally have a skin preview in the hatchery, so we can see exactly what our dinosaur will look like before we incubate the egg. Another huge improvement is the addition of an undo key, and that will be a necessary failsafe for the new building features. This trailer shot lets us see the glorious rock work we will be able to do with the new tools in the game. Look at this epic rock arch over the aviary in the background. Anybody who knows me knows I love rock arches. And the rocks lining the lagoons to make them look more natural. We are able to do all of this and more. We are able to do anything we want, thanks to Frontier bringing over the characteristic feature from their Planet series: modular building. In the extra info I have from them, it says, create jaw-dropping parks with new creative tools never before seen in the Jurassic World Evolution series. From groundbreaking terrain editing to modular scenery customization. Build and tweak every aspect of your park from the ground up. I want to talk more about the modular building in a later video, so definitely subscribe for that and much more. For now, let me know what you think of this feature coming over into the next Jurassic World Evolution game. If modular building is intimidating to you, as it is to me, I hope it helps you to know that the workshop will be accessible, so players can share their custom builds and even full parks with each other, and console players will not be excluded. Create, upload, and share cross-platform community creations using the Frontier Workshop. Browse the very best creations from the community, place them in your own game, or craft your own custom parks, buildings, and enclosures before sharing them for other players to use. One type of console player that will be excluded is those who still have an old console, the PS4 and Xbox One. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is not coming to those consoles, only to the current generation, which is PlayStation 5 and Xbox X and S, and of course PC. Considering the massively improved features and how old the previous generation of consoles is, I think that was 100% the right move, even though that does suck for the portion of the player base who now can switch over from Jurassic World Evolution 2 to Jurassic World Evolution 3. If we zoom in on this image, we can see that the zipline and the log viewing gallery, two later attractions in Jurassic World Evolution 2 having been added in free updates down the line, are part of the base game this time around, and that's a good sign that they're not holding out on those later additions. But I have way more exciting new attractions to share with you. Jurassic World Evolution 3 will have stunning new attractions like the balloon tour and close-up attractions that let guests see and touch prehistoric animals with the Gentle Giants encounter. The balloon tour and the petting zoo. It's happening.
You crazy son of a you did.
We spared no expense.
The petting zoo I felt was a must, but adding the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis inspired balloon tour is Frontier literally going above and beyond. I do hope that one of the other new stunning attractions will finally be a river tour. Going back to the trailer, we have an incredible shot of a Brachiosaurus herd, including adorable little babies, but don't let these chubby chibbies distract you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is deep water. Deep water. We see the tall Brachiosaurus walk through it, but semi-aquatic dinosaurs will swim into the deep water to feed. The fact that they even use the term semi-aquatic gets me so excited, because this opens up the possibility for a whole new group of animals that I've wanted since forever, which is the big crocs. Now, we don't know if those will come to the game, but the mechanics are in place to add them, so that makes me hopeful. We will also have to wait and see how other dinosaurs not classified as semi-aquatics will handle the deep water, if they swim as well or if they will avoid it. But at the very least, some dinosaurs will swim. The most eye-catching aspect of the trailer is the new Japanese biome and matching building set. This especially made my jaw drop because over the past few months, I've been building a Jurassic Park Japan in Jurassic World Evolution 2 using mods. 100% this is just a coincidence, but it is a very funny coincidence to see cherry blossoms and the pagoda structures in the new game. It makes for an absolutely stunning park, very distinct from what we have in Jurassic World Evolution 2 in terms of the architecture. While modular building is a new feature, I think most, if not all of the buildings we are seeing are ready-made, as we see a lot of the same buildings repeated, but there's still a huge amount of variety there. And I love how they redesigned familiar buildings. Instantly recognizable is the pointed shape of the Innovation Center, reimagined with a white canvas roof. An extra screenshot I have of it gives us our best look at it. And since I have this screenshot pulled up, look at this beautiful new path and new decorations like the lanterns and the fountain. And you can see what a difference it makes to have the hitbox removed so everything can be clipped together. It looks incredible. Another building set we see more of is the Mediterranean building set. Similar to the Malta set from Jurassic World Evolution 2, but whereas that set was mostly crumbling and dilapidated, drawing inspiration from the black market scene of Dominion, these buildings actually look appropriate for a theme park. And looking how many buildings we see on the edge of steep cliffs, it looks like building constraints are a thing of the past. If we pay close attention to these shots, we can see a lot of new decoration options. For example, we have statues for several different species, so hopefully this means we'll have statues for all species. The statues even come in different sizes. We have benches and trash bins, the returning Jurassic Park signs, flags and planters, and the first of 2 low fences, which I am super excited about. It's a weird thing to be excited about, but low fences are such a huge need for a park. The other low fence we see is in this tropical park, and we can also see another new path type. I don't know yet if we will have all path types on each map or if the path types will be biome specific, but hopefully the former is the case.
That will make
I'm also
challenge
keeping
mode
my
way
fingers
easier.
crossed that the path system has been overhauled to allow for elevated walkways and bridges, but unfortunately I see no evidence anywhere in this trailer that that's the case. The only bridge we've seen appears to be purely decorative. Back to this shot, we can also see abstract art, the tables and chairs, and individually placeable vending machines. The focus of the shot is the new staff type though, the maintenance team, replacing some of the functions of the rangers to repair and resupply. The extra info I have says, deploy your maintenance ATV team to keep threats contained by delivering critical repairs across the site. We also have security cameras to add to our parks. Prepare for disaster using new security cameras that will help automate the response to escaped dinosaurs. It all hints at new and improved park management. Powerful and accessible park management tools provide control over your park's operations. This feels like the best moment to talk about the new campaign, which is described as follows. A non-linear campaign across a sprawling world map filled with iconic locations such as the Montana Badlands and new locations such as Japan, each offering thrilling new challenges. Every decision will test your park management skills as you balance competing human interests with the delicate integration of dinosaurs into a modern world. You'll need to juggle your reputation with 3 influential industry sectors and the unique demands of an array of site-owning clients. But be warned, not everyone wants to see the dinosaurs thrive. Interestingly, this campaign story seems to ignore the plot point of Jurassic World Rebirth that dinosaur populations are shrinking back to only tropical regions and no longer being all around the world, which makes me wonder if we'll get any Rebirth content. Of course, guiding us through all of the chaos is the returning Ian Malcolm, voiced by Jeff Goldblum. The way the campaign is described hints very strongly that it is more akin to the Jurassic World Evolution 1 campaign than the Jurassic World Evolution 2 campaign, which is exactly what we've all wanted, and proof that Frontier really does listen to what the community asks for. In fact, a lot of what we know of Jurassic World Evolution 3 so far is proof that they really do take our ideas and wishes into account. Onto my personal most wanted feature, which is better terrain tools. Jurassic World Evolution 3 basically brings Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster type of terrain editing into our dinosaur parks. In the terrain editing tool, we can see all of the new options, which include features new to the Evolution series, like roughen and creating ramps. We also have more variability in the brush tool itself, and can easily toggle contour lines on and off while we work. Helpfully, creating steep cliffs will auto-generate rocks to make it look more natural without having to painstakingly place each rock, even though you can if you want to. But what's truly a stroke of brilliance is the automatic generation of waterfalls when you place water at the top of a steep incline. In this water tool, we can also see the option for deep water, although unfortunately it is not shown off in the trailer. We do get a better look at the tab with our foliage brushes, and here we can see a couple of smart features. First of all, it appears we have foliage brushes for several different biomes available in one map. Hopefully we have all biome brushes in one. And I am dying to see the terrain paint tab to see if we have all terrain paints on each map. The brush being used doesn't only generate foliage, but rocks as well, which makes quick work of creating natural environments. It also appears we have a dedicated rock brush, so not every rock needs to be individually placed. The new terrain tool does more than just create spectacular terrain for us to look at, it's functional too. The steep rock faces can be used to contain dinosaurs. We see examples of that in the trailer, but it's also confirmed in the extra text I have. Build your sites with naturalistic enclosures using steep slopes and scenery. I think Frontier did an incredible job implementing community feedback and coming up with brilliant features of their own. I see some possible disappointments, like the lagoons and aviaries structurally being the same, and that it looks like the path tool has no function for bridges or elevation. But that's not confirmed yet, so maybe, hopefully, that's something they just haven't shown off yet, so I'll hold off judgment on this missed opportunity until we know more. Overall, I think they knocked it out of the park. If you are as excited as I am for this truly evolved era of Jurassic World Evolution, join over 300,000 subscribers so you'll stay up to date on all of the latest news. Like I said, there's more coming very soon that you don't want to miss out on. Of course, you still need to know 3 things. What's the base game price? What's the deluxe edition price and content? And what's the pre-order bonus? The price for the base game is $59.99. The deluxe edition is $10 extra. It has 4 species, including male, female, and baby variants. The Protoceratops, Guanlong, Thanatos Dragon, and Concavenator. Look, I have to say it, I'm not happy about the Thanatos Dragon and Concavenator being deluxe edition creatures, seeing as these are both 2 of my favorite species in the current game, and I think I'm not alone in that. Given the massive backlash there was to the hybrid species being resold in Jurassic World Evolution 2, I'm genuinely surprised they went this route. However, Guanlong and Protoceratops I think are good picks for the deluxe edition, definitely species popular enough to be worth paying extra for. But the deluxe edition is not just 4 species, it also includes a unique Mosasaurus skin, Clark County scenery, so exclusive decorative items, and 3 ATV skins for the new park staff. Let me know in a comment down below if you will be getting the deluxe version. Finally, the pre-order bonus is the Badlands set, described as scenery items inspired by the original Jurassic Park's iconic dig site, including canopy, a mobile home, fossils, computers, a fossil finder, and a prop ATV. 5 Badlands scenery blueprints, and an exclusive Badlands ATV skin for the maintenance team. I think this is a good pre-order bonus because while we all love anything from the original Jurassic Park, I don't feel like it's a must-have, so you don't feel forced to commit to a purchase if you aren't convinced yet, if you want to hold out for reviews upon launch.
That's exciting. I'm super excited for this game. With future plans with me going to college, I may not be able to get the game right on launch, but I will as soon as I get my own PC, which would hopefully be within the next 12 months.